Good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Mika Gohagan Maguchi here with the word for the day. The word for today, Thursday. Oh my goodness, February 22nd, 2018. I am so excited and alive and alert and energized to share with you this morning a word for the day. Today, the good news is that God has plans to prosper you. He has plans to give you a future and to give you a hope. That is the good news. And how are you going to share that with somebody today? See, oftentimes we're in situations and the enemy wants us to feel discouraged. He wants us to feel like it is just us. He wants us to feel like we're the only one. He wants us to think that, you know what, this is something to be embarrassed about. This is something to be ashamed about, or something to feel condemned about. And so you keep quiet and you struggle in your corner. You struggle or you suffer in silence. But I have good news for you today. And the good news is that the everlasting God, our Father, our Creator, and our friend, has plans to prosper you, to give you a future, and to give you a hope. And when you have something to hope for, that is a game changer. When you have something to look forward to, it is a game changer. Somebody said, if you know your why, you can undergo and deal with anyhow. You can deal with anyhow, no matter what comes your way, no matter what frustration, no matter what disappointment, no matter what people try to make you frustrated and angry and feeling bewildered and feeling forsaken or outcast, or that you're not good enough, or that it is not the right time, or it is not the right moment, or you don't have enough skills. I want to encourage you today and remind you that God has plans to prosper you, to give you a hope. You have something to hope for. His thoughts towards you are powerful. They're precious. They're more than the sand on the seashore. Even when you are asleep, He is still watching over you. Even when you are awake, He is still watching over you. Even when you go through difficult times, He is still with you, because He has plans to prosper you. He has plans to give you a hope. And it's not just prosperity as in, oh, you're going to get, multi-million dollars. While that is a part of it, if that is your desire and you're working towards that. But He also wants you to have joy. He wants you to also be contented in Him. He wants you to also experience everlasting peace that passes all understanding. He wants you to know that you are protected even when you're going through a difficult time. So that is the good news today, that you can have a future. You have a future, and you also have a hope. And that is the amazing and the good news. Whatever it is that you're going through, I want to remind you that you're not the only one. You're not alone. And sometimes it is really just us taking that bold step and opening up our mouths and sharing our testimony, not going about, spreading it throughout the whole world with everybody like, oh, I'm suffering, or this is what I'm going through, etc., etc. But as I talked about before, sharing your story from a place of power, from a place of authenticity, and not from a place of shame. So you will share your testimony, you will share your story, and you can share what you're going through. But instead of saying, oh my gosh, I don't even know why this is happening to me, I know that God works all things together for my good. I know that I am an overcomer. I know that I will overcome this. I know that there is greater that is ahead. I know that this story and this experience will help others to get through whatever they're going through. I know that there is a reason for this. And because I know that there is a reason, I will look for the reasoning behind it, and I will look for the lesson, because God wants to give you a future. He desires good things for you. And He wants you to know too, as we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of our testimony, is that you're not the only one. So take courage today. If you're faced with any challenges, with any difficulties, take courage today, knowing that it is not just you. And as you understand that, you realize like, wow, my problems are not unique to me. If you're going through marital struggles, believe me, there's others that are going through it. If you're going through financial struggles, there's others that are going through it. So don't look at your position right now, whether it is a place of pain, but look at it as an opportunity to overcome, as an opportunity to dominate in that area, as an opportunity to make your marriage be one of a living testimony, as an opportunity to dominate in your finances, or dominate in your relationships, or dominate in your business. Whatever it is an opportunity. So today, know that because God wants to give you a future, He wants to give me a future, and He has given me a hope. No matter what I'm facing, it is for a reason, and He makes all things work together for my good. And once I cling to that hope that He's making it work together for my good, He's making it work together for my good, He's making it work together for my good, I can rejoice, I can be joyful, I can be happy, I can be at peace, because God, who knows everything and who knows the best, is making it work together for my good. He has a hope for me. He has plans for me to prosper me. Not just a plan, but plans. So multiple. Every day there is a plan. And I heard this quote. I read this quote a few weeks ago, and it says that God has over 1,001 ways, so millions of ways to do one thing. He has multiple ways to do one thing. So make your expectation be clear today, in that you're hoping in the plans that He has for you, that you're looking forward in the plans that He has for you, not your plans, not your way of how you're thinking is gonna come together, but in the way that God designed it for you, which is going to truly blow your mind, which is truly gonna let you realize that my God is able, and is more than willing to do more than I could ever ask, or more than I could ever imagine. I hope that you have an amazing Thursday. I hope today that you know that you have a hope, that there is a future for you. And my charge to you this morning is, now that you know that, now that you've heard it, now that you've heard it over and over, now that you know it, go out and share the good news. Share this word with a neighbor. Share it with a friend. Tell them today that God has plans to prosper them, to give them a future, and to give them a hope, and they don't have to be discouraged, and that you're helping to share their burden. You're helping to carry their burden. And that when one other person know that, oh, it is not just me, this thing is not unique to me, they can also share their testimony, which will help to encourage another person. So go out today. Know that He has great things in store for you. Know that He's making all things work together for you. And know that you can have complete joy and complete peace, even in the midst of a storm. Because as Jeremiah said, I know the thoughts that I think towards you, thoughts of peace, to give you a future and to give you a hope. May you have an amazing Thursday and a great weekend ahead. I look forward to connecting with you tomorrow again. And I know that your day will be even much brighter, because you have listened to this message. And not only have you listened, you are putting it into practice. You're applying it, and you're taking action on it, and you are also teaching by sharing your testimony and by sharing it with others. Have a great rest of the day. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Mika Gohagan Maguchi here again. If you want to know more about me, what the services that I offer, or want to reach out for some coaching, accountability, or just somebody to talk to, check out mikagmaguchi.com, which is also listed here in the description. I look forward to connecting with you, and stay tuned. Amazing things are ahead for all who believe.